Hey folks, it's Thursday, December 3rd, and this is your daily forecast. So today is a writing studio day. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to read the writing studio draft. Um, and so the writing studio draft actually has three parts, and it's going to take you a while to pay attention to the writing studio draft. So I want you to first read the first draft, and then I want you to read the peer review comments to that draft, and then finally really pay attention to the revisions that were made to that draft. Okay? In task 2, I want you to head over to Pop Writing Check-in 5, and I want you to reflect on the writing studio, but this time I feel like the last time we did the writing studio, some of the answers were a bit like general, a tiny bit phoned in. I actually want you to identify one piece of feedback that a peer gave the sample paper that you felt was really helpful and say, okay, this commenter said this, and I think it was a really good piece of feedback because blah, 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 right? So there's that. And then related, I want you to find one specific revision that that peer made based upon their peer's feedback and say, okay, look, I'm noticing that there's a difference between the first draft and the second one. This is the revision that I see, and this is how I think that it made the paper better. So I really want you to be detailed. So, and the reason why I'm asking for that kind of detail in terms of instead of just general reflection is that I want you to pay attention to the revision process. Okay, and so those comments will, I think, help you really pay attention to the work that's happening in that writing studio draft. Okay, so then obviously from there, I want you to respond to your peers' comments in Slack as well. Then I want you to familiarize yourself with the peer review form. You may not necessarily have to, what should I say? You may not necessarily have to familiarize yourself that much, but you know, if you didn't really pay attention to the peer review form, it might be a good idea to do that as the same one in the writing studio draft. From there, if you aren't certain about the peer review workflow, there's this reminder video that shows you how to do this. The other thing that I want to recommend that you do is to review the instructions for assignment 3. I just want to make sure, headed into the weekend, that you have read the instructions for assignment 3. It's really, really important that you've done that because we want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward in terms of the rough draft that you bring in, okay? And then finally, do locate your peer review folder. I've already given you your peer review writing group. So this time, just to make sure that you can access your folder. You are going to use the insights that you gleaned from the writing studio to revise your paper, and then just make sure that you upload your assigned paper before class at the beginning, before class on Tuesday. And yeah, and then head over to Slack and make sure that you share some sort of comment with your writing group members about what you were trying to accomplish in your paper and then what kinds of questions you still have, because that's going to really increase the odds that you have a really good peer review session if you're really honest about the questions that you have. Okay, so now you know what we're doing today, and now you know what is for homework, so let's have a good day.